Yeah, I'd like to place an order.
What you like?
Yeah, I'd like 3 orders of garlic chicken.
And then?
And then 3 orders of white rice.
And then?
And then... Oh, hey, you guys want soup? Sure. Yeah, 3 orders of wonton soup.
And then?
Oh, some fortune cookies, too.
And then?
Gosh, I think that's about it.
And then?
No, that's it.
And then?
No and then. That's all I want.
And then?
and then nothing else because I'm done ordering, okay?
Podcasting from somewhere in Central Florida.
Where is the bloody rum?
I see you've tried knifey spoony before.
Let's drink some rum.
Rum is the power, rum is the key, rum is the thing that will set us free. Rum and nerdy. Rum and nerdy.
Sit back, relax. Remember to turn off your cell phones. For the next hour, let me be your Candy Crush.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Rum and Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrick.
And this is episode 4.34, Leftover Fried Rice.
There's still fried rice
So
left.
much fucking fried rice.
There's a cauldron of fried rice.
It's like
We ordered a cauldron. It came with everything but the little stand of the sterno.
Yeah, it's one of those.
We need one of those little like 3-legged pizza things in the middle of it, just to keep the tinfoil from collapsing on it.
Yeah, it's like one of those white trash inflatable pools from Walmart, and like.
Yeah, but the tinfoil was already just bulging.
Yeah, it was steamed up.
Collapsed
Which was
under the
funny
weight of the.
because they also sent a full quart container and a pint container of white rice that will never get eaten.
Because it came with each of the entrees.
Scott's like, no,
everybody
put it in
knows.
there.
Everybody knows white's boring.
Well, no, Scott's like, yeah, put it in there. I'll eat it.
Well, that's
It's like,
Scott.
whatever. You know what it needs is some bacon and pork and stuff.
Or it's leftover fried rice.
It needs to be turned into fried rice.
It's not hard. Olive oil out on a skillet. You put it out there. Some fucking peas and carrots, egg, soy sauce, salt, pepper.
You're making me hungry again, and I've eaten a veritable fuckload of Chinese food.
But it's been
There you
20
go.
minutes, so you're hungry again.
It's not been 20 minutes. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We have been...
This is our first two-parter. We've never done, in 4 seasons, we've never done like a direct part 2.
we went out on the balcony for a while.
We did. We hung out on a boat on the waterway.
We call that the balcony.
The balcony.
Yeah, 'cause
it's a two-story pontoon boat that's tied to our dock. And
We weren't going to use the word pontoon because it sounds...
I mean, but it's a 2-story pontoon. It's kind of like saying it's like a 2-story trailer. Like, it's nice.
It's a double wide.
That's double wide.
It's
double
nice.
wide
This is a
pontoon.
double tall.
It's real nice.
It's floating over a dime bag of pot.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
None of us went diving for it. That's a true story.
No,
Yet.
Not at all.
Yeah.
No.
The night is young,
The
Greg.
night is still young. By the time we're done recording, the night will be tomorrow morning. Yeah. Because this is late night.
That sounds accurate.
It's 11.
Hey, everybody. I'm Typhoon Tommy, and this is my beautiful wife, Miss Vivian Tempest. Just because, I mean, if you didn't listen to the last episode, you're going to get lost. So, hey, go back and listen to the last episode.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they listened.
Part 1 when the fried rice was fresh.
At the same time, there's literally no way that we're going to talk about remember what we talked about enough to have the conversation, to carry on the conversation. We're just going to talk about new shit.
Yeah, but it's all going to be the same-ish.
We were just telling a story.
You know, same-ish.
Just tell me a
I'm
story
going
about.
to launch into this story. Right?
Do it.
So, back in like 2004-ish.
Oh, we're back to this story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this story.
Because this was hilarious.
So,
So this just happened off microphone.
well, and I'm actually going to fast forward to like 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
We're sitting here and you're like, I don't know how it came up. You guys were
we were
talking about the documentary.
documentaries, and then we talked about, you made a funny Jim Henson quote.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God, did you guys watch the documentary? The documentary was amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got verklempt. And I was like, it's so crazy too, because like at least 30 of my friends are friends with Heather Henson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I never got to meet her, but like I was watching the documentary going like, oh my God, so many of my friends know her very well.
And I'm like,
and then Greg just chimed in something that blew
I'm like,
my fucking mind.
I'm like, yeah, I know her because when the scenic company I had at the time was asked to do an episode of Extreme Makeover Home Edition back when that was a thing.
Yeah. What year is this?
About 2004.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was working for a company called Soul Scenic. Star Scenic. I was working for Star Scenic.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it wasn't a scenic company. It was a scenic supply company. And
yeah.
I was working for Paul over at Star Scenic.
Yeah.
And I got a call if I wanted to go after work to go work on Extreme Home Makeover.
Yeah.
After my own work hours. And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah. So I actually got a credit on my IMDb for that as like a consultant design producer or something like that.
I didn't get shit.
No, you didn't. It was just me.
Fish carver?
Yeah. So everybody that worked on my crew, we paid their 40 hours. We said, we're going to pay you 40 hours, but everything over 40, then that's going to be on you. Because we just couldn't, like the number of hours we
Wait, there was pay too?
The people that worked for me
you
full
got
time.
paid?
But there was a lot of volunteers,
I
too.
didn't get pay or credit. Keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
But
It's called paying your dues, kids.
that entire part of your career was leading up to tonight and getting to watch you have your mind blown.
anyway, so you start talking about these people that know Heather Henson.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I know her. And you, like, I bring up that she was on that show. And she told me, she's like, yeah, I'll come volunteer, but they can't know who I am because then they'll come and bug me. And they found out, and they came and said, we want to put her on the show. And I'm like, if you go and approach her, she's just going to get in her car and leave. She doesn't want to be known. She doesn't want credit. She just wants to hang out and help.
So what's crazy is I am in the tent carving styrofoam fish with George Comas.
Yeah.
And George is like, it's late. I have to go sleep. Here, just keep carving fish. And, if you're still here in the morning, great. And I am carving fish, sitting in if somebody emptied out a beanbag chair in this tent, that is me in this tent carving little styrofoam fish.
Yeah.
And this lady comes in and starts carving fish with me. And I was like, I just remember that there was a lady and her and I were making jokes and I'm carving fish and she's carving fish.
And you had a delightful time.
And it was a delightful time. And then
You were today
5
years
seconds
old.
ago, I'm today years old to know that was Heather fucking Henson in the tent with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In what year?
About 2004.
Fuck. That is the craziest.
You've known her for 20 years.
It is the craziest thing to me because I just remember being in the tent carving fish, and this lady came in, and her and I had a great old time just carving fish.
It was the craziest thing to me because you were complaining about how all of your friends know, but you don't.
So what's also funny is that my story about this job, this Extreme Home Makeover, has always been about how they fed us Taco Bell at 3 o'clock in the morning, which was the worst mistake you could ever make to a crew of people all having to use porta potties.
Well, and here's the thing about that too is the crew or the producers had no plans. They didn't know that we were going to be working literally 24 hours a day. I was talking to.
Oh, we need to feed these people?
Yeah. Well, they just didn't think that we'd have that kind of dedication because everybody else was just rotating through.
Yeah.
And our guys, we showed up on Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. and I was not at the house for 3.5 hours between 6 a.m. Tuesday and Friday night at 6.
Wow.
And I'd occasionally go to my pickup and sleep in the back of it. And Sandy and I and Riley were talking about this literally 2 days ago. She's like, somebody was like, Riley had worked a long shift, and I'm like, yeah, I've worked longer. And he goes, well, what's the longest shift you ever? What's 41 and a half hours?
Don't ever ask a person that works in theme parks.
Yeah.
Or theming, what's the longest shift you've ever done?
41 and a half hours is the longest continuous shift that I've ever worked.
Have you ever eaten a Big Mac off of your own belly? 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. It was driving home from that project was the most scared I've ever been because I fell asleep at the wheel 3 times.
I've had friends in this industry total their cars.
My brother
driving
died
home from that.
because of it.
Really?
Yeah. He fell asleep and had a head-on collision with a semi.
Bum, bum, ba, boom.
Yeah. So it was terrifying for me. And I just wanted to go home and go to sleep. Anyway.
That's worse than the last episode when I said something.
Yeah. So.
Jesus Christ.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. He was, when he was 20. Yeah.
That's.
Anyway, moving on. So, it was a fucked up job, but you met Heather Henson.
Yeah, I worked with her for like hours, just carving fish.
Yeah.
And I still have a photo of the fish, like the big, like it was the half in the wall, half out the wall with the TV in its mouth,
and
the big bass.
And you never thought to get a picture of you and the fish lady.
Yeah, crazy fish lady.
It was the fish with the TV and then the 2 catfish with the bed.
And there was a bunch of fish on the wall that were like just kind of like little.
Those were
curved.
all painted. The only one that was on the wall was that was dimensional.
We did some small ones.
They didn't get used.
I wasted all those hours with Heather Henson carving fish.
Yeah, it was
and
just,
a bass. that
It was
never
just
got
the
used.
bass with the 19-inch TV
and the 2 catfish bed.
yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
I remember working in the room and then walking out through studs, and then 5 minutes later going to the porta potty and coming back, and there was drywall up. And I'm like, I don't know how to get back to the room.
Yeah, it was crazy to me because the rock climbing room. It was a 2-story rock climbing room, right?
Yeah.
And at 6 a.m. that Tuesday when we got there, I stood in the middle of the room and looked up and saw sky, and they were framing the 2nd floor. And by 1 o'clock, the house was shingled.
Wow. Yeah, that whole job.
Yeah, and by like 10 o'clock that night, they were mudding and taping the sheetrock.
So
And then at the end of all this, the people that run the show were like, look what we did. I'm like, fuck you. You didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know what? But that's what I started to say. So that night that all that Taco Bell came in, that you'd mentioned. So you remember the on-screen talent guy, Eddie?
Yeah.
The British guy with the shaved head?
Yeah.
He personally paid for all of that Taco Bell.
Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Thank you for 4 o'clock diarrhea.
You were still young then. Your stomach could handle it. Shut up. I mean, imagine this. That was
Extreme Home
20
Makeover
years ago.
Pepto Edition.
That is the craziest part.
It's 20 years ago.
20 years ago. I love you, dude.
You and I have known each other longer than that. That's not where we. So that's what's
I know.
fucking crazy.
I love you.
Love you too, brother.
Yeah.
So
that
as
the
I was
rum
saying,
talking?
oh god, the stories that I've got on this fucking guy.
Oh, please don't. My wife's on the earphones. Did you hear
So
that laugh?
there was this.
She's on the earphone / sitting next to you.
Well, okay. First, the worst of it. There was a.
Oh my God! Wait, where are we going?
There was a. Anyway, and there was a cock and the. Sorry, I'm having a problem with
Somebody has not seen his stapler in a while.
Yeah.
The
Sorry.
squirrels have it outside.
Yeah, the computer was glitching. I don't know if you got any of that.
I mean, I've told her most of the things, so it's really not that big of a deal. Nor would she really.
And it's also like the things you haven't told her, it's just that you've forgotten.
Does she know about the llama and the 5 pounds of Crisco?
No. Neither do I.
It was a spitting alpaca.
My favorite one that's pretty like PG was
Only PG.
was Tampa with Dorca.
All the drinking. That was a
good
lot
one.
of drinking.
That was a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
Hey, you started a podcast full of drinking.
I ain't judging.
Dunk you.
Well, you did that night. Oh,
No.
dunk you.
I judged you the next morning.
You did.
When it was like the 18th time that you didn't show up.
6th.
No, it was way more than 6. Might have been 6 that week, and it was only a 5-day week.
Hey, but I had a great time
You did. You did.
and got fired.
I hired you again later.
I know you did.
You got better.
I did. I got way better.
I heard that story.
Yeah.
Anyway, Garrick is over here tired of this jibber jabber. No more jibber jabber.
There is so little rum in this bottle. This is a wet your whistle tasting. Like this is not. This isn't even a sip.
All right. Well, this is just kind of a bottle that I got from.
Did you pull up the reviews? Because I pulled up Don Q reviews. Did you pull up the other review?
This is
rumratings.com.
This is
for that one.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
this one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let you do it.
This is a bottle from a good buddy of mine who's the
Roscoe P.
Milton.
Milton.
Thank you, Jesus. Just kidding. Let's rewind
Did you
that.
say Roscoe P. Coltrane?
Yes, and his dog. This is from
You
my
said
buddy.
your buddy.
My buddy Milton is the rum rep for Don Q, and he came over one night and brought us this bottle. And it's
Why
a
do
very
you know
special
all the rum reps?
I know. This is Don Q, the Grand Reserva Anejo XO.
because I'm Typhoon Tommy.
Well,
You are
suppose
Typhoon
build
Tommy.
tiki bars and you know all the rum reps.
I drink and I know people.
I drink and I know people.
I drink and I know people.
I need that
Drink
on
and
a
I
shirt.
know
I
things.
was just thinking I need that on a shirt. Holy shit.
All right.
Drinking.
So this is the Don Q Anejo. What?
Don Q Grand Reserva Anejo XO. So this is a 7.6 out of 10 on rumratings.com.
Nice.
Noise.
Nice.
Okay, so let's drink it.
It's a blend of rums aged,
You got to
aged in
aerate
Puerto
it,
Rico.
and then the little particles hit your nose, and then it really gets good.
Aged a minimum of 9 years in Puerto Rico.
And a maximum of
Smooth
9.5
elegant.
years.
That's really good. We need like a poker table. Every time we
Finishes-
set a cup down, it doesn't sound like this.
I don't know. The marble table really goes with all of the other marble in this.
I mean, when you live in a mansion on the river.
It sounds like the redneck Riviera. In a mansion down by the river. It's just the really nice van. It's a
is-
conversion.
This is
You
a
know
really
that
nice
couch
van.
turns into a
This might be South
Flatter
Florida.
couch.
This might be South Florida, but if you go down to that river, you are not pulling catfish out of it or anything of it.
tarpon.
Tarpon, yeah.
The tarpon river.
what the fuck is a tarpon?
It's like a catfish, but more of a tarpon.
Okay,
It's kind of an aquatic swimming
They have
creature.
They have the same fins as a catfish.
I don't think of catfish as having fins. They're
They
like
have-
They have
slimy dolphins.
But they're more tarpony.
Well, but they have the little spikes that if they those burn if you like.
Oh yeah, the catfish spikes.
Yeah.
Those are nasty. Yeah.
And they have skin and not scales.
Catfish, yeah. Do tarpon?
I don't know.
God damn it.
Look it up. If
gonna
only
go-
there was a device
yeah,
that fits in my pocket
I'm-
that tells me the answers to everything.
I know there's a spring called tarpon, and
No, their fish are gigantic.
yeah.
Like we have tarpon right off the dock here.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm going to
And they're like 8 feet long.
fishratings.com. Okay.
All right, Garrick.
Okay, so it's absolutely nothing like a catfish.
Okay, can you give me tarpon facts though? How long are they?
Okay, let's see. It's a fish of the genus Megapolis. One of
Yeah,
the only members.
mega.
One of the only members. There are 2 species. Blah blah blah. These are lame facts. Found
97% of all tarpon are named Chuck.
discovered in 1847. Hold on.
They were not using Chuck in 1847.
Charles.
They're all
yeah.
Charles.
Yes.
Charles Bamberg IV.
Bernard.
Yeah. No.
Special habits.
That's
It's
the
just-
other
it's a-
3%.
it's just a stupid
97. The other
fish.
3% is named Bernard, except for one of them that's named Typhoon Tommy.
Here's a whole bunch of Latin words associated with the fish.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Oh, developing tarpon do not forage for food, but instead absorb nutrients from the salt water. Wait, what is this?
Give me the size.
This is
The max is 5 feet, so
Thank you.
not 8 feet. 5 feet.
5 feet.
That's still not. That's still not. That's
That's still fucking big.
It is big. I didn't say it wasn't big.
if you felt
Guy math.
if you
Guy math.
Remember,
Take off 3, right?
this is
There's
six.
the rule
yeah,
of 3.
Yeah, this is 6 inches.
Listen, babe, it's a big fish. That's all I'm trying to say.
the tarpon are considered some of the greatest saltwater game fishes, prized not only because of their great size, but also because of their fight and spectacular leaping ability.
You got a lot of fight in that 5 feet.
So they're dancers.
Seriously.
Jazz hands.
No, and sometimes you can go out on the dock and they're like fighting and dancing in the water here.
Yeah,
like the sharks
like
and the
West Side
jets of the
Story
fish
dance
world,
fighting.
yeah.
Like do 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 bop bop.
When you're a jet, you're a jet.
When you're a tarpon all the way.
I'm impressed you know
From
the
when
song.
you get fish to when you get filleted.
And a callback to the last episode. I love it. Oh, it's good stuff.
I told you I can hold my own with musicals.
Hey, you
I
know,
was a musical theater
I
major.
rescind my comments.
I'm
You
not
are-
saying that you won't beat me. I'm just saying
he might, I
I'm
don't know.
okay.
I don't think anybody's beating you, babe.
Oh, okay.
Musical knowledge? No. You got it.
Cool. I got it.
All right.
Oh my God, I feel sorry for the listeners this week. You have to listen to us. Maybe part 2s aren't good.
It might be good.
Yeah, we'll see. Don't forget, if you have an opinion of this show that is good, contact us at show@rumandnerdy.com. If you don't like the show, contact us at the Joe Rogan Experience.
Okay, well, let's move on to the second rum because
This one's an interesting one. This one's actually exciting.
this is one that was picked up from Primo Liquors.
Primo Liquor with from
They're going
Chris.
to call out for 2 episodes. That's
Yeah.
nice
They
of
they
us.
do because we're drinking their rum for 2 episodes.
Well, I mean, it's still the same episode, part 2.
And
Yeah,
Same night.
And the rum
part deux.
the rum was not donated; it was paid for, so it's
Oh
not.
yeah,
the
we
rum
bought the
anymore.
rum. Yeah, but this
we mean Tom.
yeah.
You're welcome. So, what this rum is the most poorly labeled,
It's slightly crooked.
Weirdly distributed location.
weirdly distributed, but very delicious.
Why is it weirdly distributed?
It's distributed through Cocoa, Florida.
There's a little tab on the other side.
Right there. There's a little.
You know, you find the nub.
Oh, yeah,
You know, you can
sorry.
find the little tab.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
There you go. You got it.
Thank you.
You forgot to Foley the wrapper.
It fell off in my hand.
So this rum. Let me give you a backstory on this one.
That was a good one.
So my favorite rum in the entire world,
Dr. Bird.
is called Coroni,
No, I was way off.
and you can't find it anymore. If you can find it, it's about $800 to $1,000 a bottle. And the story behind it is that this rum came from the Coroni distillery in Trinidad.
That makes sense.
In Trinidad. And the flavor notes from it are gasoline and oily rags and like burnt tires.
So it's like the Malort of rum.
No, it's amazing.
I'm out.
But Greg has had this rum with me because we went to Suffering Bastard years ago and we actually tried Coroni.
Oh, this is the one where.
Yeah, so we actually got to try the Coroni. We got to polish the bottle off. It was like $30 a shot. And it was unbelievable. It was one of the best rums I've ever had. It's one of the best rums you ever had. And
Yes, sir.
so I went into Primo a couple weeks ago, and they had this really shitty looking bottle of rum, but amazing.
It looks like it was made in a storage unit.
It looks like it was made in Cocoa, Florida.
Guess what? It was made in Cocoa, Florida.
Nailed it.
Like the bottle I have, the label is even crooked.
Yeah, it's crooked on this one.
Oh Jesus!
And it looks like one of those bottles you get from Amazon if you search for just bottle.
So it's called
Mango Bottling Inc.
I
Cocoa,
think
Florida.
they just the marketing company that did all the graphics and the branding for it, like they all got their degree from the Daytona Beach upstairs graphics.
You know when you're
college.
driving down the street and you see like somebody didn't put a bumper sticker on their car or on their window straight or in the middle, and it's like if you have like the creative brain, like you can't even drive
like
behind
when
them.
grout lines don't match up in the shower. Yeah.
When you find the pattern in the tile at the urinal.
Yeah.
Or Tom's favorite spot in Universal when you're walking into the park.
Oh my God! Have you found that one?
I don't.
Wait, what?
When you're walking into
It's right by all the security checks.
Oh, the transportation hub when
If you ever-
Matt his. You don't know about that one, okay?
No, so when you're walking into like just before you go through all the metal detectors, there is the all the all the lines meet in the middle of the dome on the floor.
Yeah.
And it's off.
What?
Oh my God! It's the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life.
In
All
the hub,
lines,
Universal
all-
Orlando,
all
at
the-
the hub.
All the hub and in the hub of
Like the
where all
expansion
the
joints in the concrete.
Yes, and they don't meet up in the middle. They're off.
Ooh.
In the dead center of that room. So when you are walking into Universal, they're all off.
Wow.
And you're about to go through the security line. Look down.
Well, I'm gonna have to look at that.
I'm
next time
sorry.
over
I'm
there.
sorry if I called that out and people are going to notice this now.
Hey, if any listeners are out there, send us a photograph of that.
I wonder if it's on the Google
Oh, you can no. If you it's on
web thing. Yeah.
It's like, well, if we can't get this right,
Greg, are you even able to tell your story? I know the story you're about to tell.
I'm not going to.
Okay. Anyway,
It's magic.
So
It's
the
magic.
rum. So
Anyways.
the rum. So 9 casks.
Anyways, so when you're like walking or when you're driving down the street and you see a bumper sticker's not straight on the car and it drives me insane, this rum is that. It's
So,
like the label's not right.
I want to say how much I appreciate this because, like, when I put stickers on the windows of the car, like all the graphics on the Jeep and stuff like that, and I'm like practically gridding out the side of the vehicle
get out
and
a ruler,
blue painter's tape,
find that shit. Like,
and it's like, well, I've got to put it on both sides, so I'm like measuring off of this hinge
100%.
and this and down.
I have a soft on.
Yeah,
Keep talking.
yeah. And you're like, I'm going to put a level on this, but before I put a level on this, I'm going to put a level on like the chassis to make sure that I'm parked on level ground, so that then I know that every measurement after that is OCD much.
Yeah. No, I am 100% the same, and I look at the world that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, this rum did not employ any of those people.
Derek's reaction was like my favorite.
Oh, you know what? That would have been great for me to put a non sequitur in there, but it's on the studio machine. We have a new jingle.
Yeah.
For when we like just go off on a tangent. It's a non sequitur.
So
It's the best word ever, honestly.
Yeah.
So this rum is they employed the people that don't put on bumper stickers properly.
Yeah.
But they hired people that got a barrel of rum from Trinidad. So it is it's made.
Is that what's wrong with it?
You not like it?
Ow.
It's okay.
You're a funky rum guy. Like you like a funky rum.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You like
This is like the Malort of rum.
No, it is
it's
not.
it's not that
You watch
bad.
your fucking mouth.
That Cane Island, Australia, that was the Malort. That was not good.
It was like the Malort holiday special.
So this one is it's the cousin, fourth removed from Coroni. So I'm getting a little bit of like that oily rag Coroni that I love so much.
Yeah, oily rag. Yeah, I can absolutely taste the oily rag. Ah.
You're licking your gums, and it sounds really gross.
It's like he's
The
it's
rum
like
tastes really
banana noises. in
Just
the
leave.
microphone.
I'll pay you for it.
Are you
I'm sorry.
masticating on the? The funny thing is
See, I love this.
He hates it, but he keeps drinking it.
I love this rum.
Do you like it? No. Would you like some more? Yes, please.
So my favorite part about looking at the 3D Google View photo thing of the Universal Orlando hub is there's some asshole standing right in the middle where all the lines converge.
Oh, what a fucking asshole.
Standing right
Dude,
in
I
the
bet you
spot.
Universal sent somebody out there like, get out there. Google Maps is here. Get out there. Block it.
Steve, we need you to cover the thing. So really, just in that circle, all of the lines they're off by
Are off. Yeah.
By how much? Like
Enough to where they don't meet in the middle like a pie. Like grandma's getting a bigger slice.
So it's just like this is a wedge, but then this other line hits the.
but yeah,
It's almost like
but
almost like it made the like two of the lines made the anarchy symbol, and then the other one came in and made the under anarchy.
Yeah,
A.
but all of
It's
them
like an iris that is started to open but then broke.
But all of them
exactly.
combined are hidden by
Are
one dude
not
with
the
a,
Avengers.
It's hidden by one dude with a poncho, so I don't know how bad.
Dude, they had to send somebody out there to block that.
That's freaking.
Tommy's going to look this up on the internet later. We got to block
My favorite thing too is that they tried to like fill in the line and then like carve another one, but it didn't look good. So then they like you can see like concrete patching, but then they gave
I can
up.
absolutely see the concrete patching, yeah.
But then they gave up.
Oh, you know what? I guess I think I'm looking at the dude holding the selfie stick. That's what I'm looking at. So the guy's
it's probably
the
that.
dude standing
Yeah,
under the
makes
thing.
sense.
Okay. I take it back, poncho guy.
You know what I would have done? As I would have put like a 12-inch cast bronze medallion with the
Oh, totally would have worked.
Absolutely.
Totally would have worked.
grouted it in and
just
like
don't-
Yep.
not ever going to be a dude.
100% that would have worked.
Hey, we're going to make sure that the contractors are not responsible for making these random lines meet.
Yeah.
I have a photo of it. I want to find it.
It's like a 4 Points monument kind of.
Yeah, it's like Four Corners, but like Disney and Universal didn't meet up quite right. Like Arizona's a little low.
Well, we're never getting hired again.
It's a good thing I build tiki bars.
Yeah, but the rest of us.
Your resume is very impressive, but says here you were bad-mouthing the concrete work in the hub.
I will say I'm the only one that was not afraid to say something about it. Sorry.
Well, we'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
How come this episode ended up 10 minutes shorter? Anyway,
Because
now
you
what do you
didn't
want
like
to
my rum.
What do you want to talk about now?
Oh, can we do a Clarin deck? You can answer.
Yes.
What are we going to do?
A Clarin.
She's been feeding us daiquiris all night.
So Clarin.
I've only had one daiquiri.
Clarin is it's one of my favorite like super high ester funky rums.
Super high ester funky rum. Explain high ester to me.
So high ester.
So ester.
I clearly know, but I mean all of our listeners at home who might not.
So a high ester. Greg, do you want to chime in too? Do you got one?
No, I was just thinking Esther.
She just smokes
smoked
a lot.
of pot.
The millionaire.
She's like, hey man, my name's Esther. Yeah.
So the high ester count is where you get the funky grassy, like Dr. Bird,
bison grass,
Yeah,
Martinique.
is that bison grass? Is that bison grass?
Bison grass.
Bison grass?
Is that like in Yosemite?
We read a review once that there was a rum that had notes of bison grass, and we've just never let that go.
Somebody wrote, fuck is bison grass?
No one knows.
It's like grass,
but
only
someone wrote it down.
But like a fucking
a
bronco took a shit on it?
Yeah, a herd animal pissed on the lawn, and now
it's like grass that
it's somewhere in Yosemite. It's high sulfur count.
Yeah.
It'll charge you if you try to take a selfie with it.
Yeah. Jesus,
yeah, it's
bison grass.
Bison grass at Kevin Costner's grass. It's a regular grass.
Tatonga.
Tatonga. Yeah, it's at Kevin Costner's ranch. That's where you find that.
It's good. We also did the finger horns.
Yeah,
yes.
So for those of you just listening.
So
all of you that are just listening.
So what was this? The ester count? Your E count, is that like a
this 5-minute story is going to take 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So the ester count is
how many midichlorians are in your rum?
Full Jedi.
Yeah.
I like a full Jedi rum myself.
Stop fucking about and tell us about Esther.
Ester is the funk that comes into a rum. Like if you've had a Dr. Bird,
I hate Ester.
or you've had Martinique rum, that
like
is
a
Ester.
Sandwich with mustard on it that's been left in the sun.
Ester is the flavor of a rum that makes you think it's gone bad, but it hasn't.
I mean, if you have no taste.
Apparently, I don't.
Apparently.
She's not actually in there pouring Malort, is she?
No, that is Clarin. So we are having a Haitian rum called Clarin.
Okay.
And
what's the ester count?
I don't know the actual number, but it's delicious. Pull the cork.
Clarin Le Rocher.
So this is some of my favorite high funky white clear rums.
This is the first time I've ever seen the Village published on the rum label. Harvested in 2021, cane syrup, native yeasts, distilled in a pot still. Bethel Romulus? What?
Smell it.
Okay.
Did you say Romulan?
Whoa.
Yep. Did you get that? Whoa. It's a good whoa. It's a good whoa.
I don't.
Is she making a mixed drink or just chilling it?
She's making us a DAC.
It kind of smells. This is going to sound weird. It's kind of got like the vinegary smell of a barbecue sauce.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Are you getting the grass?
Huh?
Are you getting the grass?
No,
bison grass?
I'm getting that kind of smoky brown sugar molassesy.
Interesting. I haven't smelled this. I just
vinegar.
bought this today, and I have never cracked it.
No, Greg is spot on. It's a vinegary barbecue-esque.
Oh my god, it smells like heaven. Holy shit.
Do you smell what I smell though?
Yes, I
a little
totally
bit
do.
of that apple cider vinegar, brown sugar molasses.
Do you smell what I smell?
The rum.
It's
reeks of
chugging up
bison
my
grass.
gum.
Yeah.
Oh, this. So
You guys wrote a song that you forgot the lyrics to and turned into the rum, the rum.
I was drinking too much rum. So what is magical? I've never had a bad Clarin in my life. So this is Clarin Le Rochard. It's white with a blue label.
I think you made that up.
It says Clarin Le
You can see the white with the blue
Rochard.
label right there. Yeah.
So it has an orange cap or orange shrink wrap on it.
Is that like a Super Mario Brothers 3 little map on the front of the label?
I don't know Haitian video games. So
my stepdaughter, Brittany, you'd met Brittany years ago. Brittany, thank you. Brittany, when she was very little, we asked, what do you want to do when you grow up? She's like, well, I want to be a doctor, and I want to be an astronaut part-time, and I want to do this, and I want to adopt Haitian babies. And we kind of chuckled, and she's like, well, where do you adopt Haitian babies from? Haisha.
Haisha.
She was 5.
It happens. Oh, you got rid of my whole orange band. No, I'm okay. So here's
Boy,
the
that's
thing.
funk.
Here's the thing. To me, Clarin rums are some of the finest daiquiri rums you can ever have. They are so well balanced and phenomenal high ester clear rums with such amazing degrees of tasting notes in them. They're phenomenal rums. I've never had a bad Clarin. They're all written in French because it's Haitian Creole. And I've never bought one, but we were at the Primo. We were at Primo Liquor on Federal Highway today, talking to Chris, and he goes, "I have 2 bottles left of Clarin. I don't know if I'm going to ever get any more because right now Haiti is a mess." And I did not want to think of the fact that I might not get a Clarin of my own because Carrie also is a huge Clarin fan, and I didn't want to let one go, so I bought a bottle of Clarin. So here we are. We're having a Clarin.
Thank you for sharing it with us.
We're having a Clarin daiquiri today. So it's a standard DAC, 2 3/4 half, and here we go. Let's give it a taste.
What he said.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's got a lot of fun.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's delicious.
Holy shit.
So,
Did you try it?
So it's kind of funny. I like Hemingway daiquiris, and I'll usually use like a Plantation 3-star.
Okay.
Really basic, but the recipe that's got the Luxardo liqueur in it, and I think that tang that you get in the Luxardo is in this without it.
Yeah, to me, the tang in the Luxardo is a little dry in your throat, and I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of like the Luxardo dryness. It's that maraschino flavoring. It always hits me like in the back of the throat, kind of a dry. This hits me as like a good funk.
Oh, this is that tartness right on the tip of your tongue.
Yes.
So, fun, useless nerd
I love
knowledge
this.
for you.
Let's go.
The rum ester counts are measured in grams per hectoliter of absolute alcohol, or GLHLAAs, and can range from hundreds to over 1,000.
Where does this rum lie?
I don't know where this particular one is. On average, a typical ester measurement for rum is about 70 grams per hectoliter of absolute alcohol.
Well, it says that they add 30% of dunder from previous batches during the distillation process. So that seems like a fairly decent chunk of dunder.
That's inverse to the Mifflins of absolute.
Do we know about dunders? Do you guys know about dunders?
No,
have we spoke about dunders?
We haven't. I just learned about esters.
So isn't dunder and ester like
they're very close.
Connected?
No, yes. So esters come a lot, or I mean, esters do not completely come from dunder, but dunder help add to.
We're gonna
the
get
ester.
like 10 minutes into this story, and dunder's gonna be the stuff dunder your ball sack.
Dunder
I
Mifflin.
mean,
Yeah, it's the fermented cheese.
But I mean, it is. Dunder is the fermented cheese of rum.
Yeah.
So, Garrick,
but does it come
can you
from
please get off your thing and go look at about Dunder?
I'm looking up Dunder right now.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's, homedistiller.org. Keep enough Dunder so you have around 10% of your next wash volume.
I want the person that has a 100-year-old Dunder pit.
A 100-year-old Dunder pit
behind their distillery.
Synthetic Dunder? No,
with
we don't want
floating
we don't
goat
want
head
synthetic Dunder.
There's goat heads in Dunder?
Sometimes.
Holy fuck! It's
Whatever.
right here. Great rum without rotting goat heads. It's that's an article from the Daily Beast. Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Dunder
Stay nerdy, my friends. Goodbye.
Goat heads, roly-poly goat heads. Hold on. Dunder pits filled with rotting animal and vegetable matter were kept. Oh, they were a key way in making Jamaican rum taste so fruity. Oh.
Yeah, because when I think rotting goat heads, I think fruit salad.
I always knew I hated Jamaican rums.
I mean, have you ever like poured or shared a glass with somebody like near like 2020, and you're like, "Don't worry, the rum will kill the COVID."
Yeah,
I don't worry about it.
I only drink things that had a mother. Yeah,
that's a Dunder pit.
God, about 6 years vomiting. Oh my god,
the rum will kill it. We'll be fine.
It's like the old fruit cocktail. The goat's heads were the little half cherry maraschino things that were in the syrup.
I just love the timing of that whole story. I brought it up and then you brought it up.
It's right there. Oh my god.
So basically what it comes down to is that there are these pits. If you've ever made sourdough bread, there is the yeast that gets the sourdough going.
Starter.
Yeah.
The starter.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when they make rum, they'll pour the old molasses and the old, slop of whatever's left in the bottom of the keg or the cask, and they'll pour it into a pit, and it'll just mix up with all the other old stuff.
Into a pit. A fucking pit. Just
fucking
a
pit.
giant hole.
Do you want a screen on it? I'm sorry.
With,
you want to fucking like? You want?
Well, is it like a concrete lined thing, or is it just a hole in the dirt?
It's a concrete lined. I mean, maybe I've never swam in one.
I don't know. When I was picturing a goat head floating around in a pit in Jamaica,
he shouldn't have fell in the fucking pit. Oh my god! So they will use that as a starter. So sometimes when they're making their new batch of sugarcane and fermenting, they'll throw a little bit of the juice from the Dunder pit to get the cask going to give it the funky good flavor.
Oh, okay.
And the alcohol will kill it.
For our rum listeners at home, do not Google image Dunder rum pit.
And do not make your own
don't
Dunder
do it.
pit.
If you're sensitive, go drink fucking gin or vodka where it's all made from potatoes and boring people. And leave rum to the rest of us.
Potatoes.
Do not make your own Dunder pit in your house. Do not do that.
It's like flies and shit buzzing around.
I don't think that's legal.
Oh my god.
It makes magic.
I'm
all about Dunder pits.
I'm learning.
I would, if you put Dunder pit in a perfume bottle, I would wear it. I'm sorry.
Needs more goat.
But I love Malort too. So.
Yes, you're a terrible judge of all things liquor.
No, I'm done with boring Bacardi. I want happy.
I don't disagree with that.
But
you can't use the word happy and Malort in the same sentence.
It's a long drive.
Unless it's like...
It is a long journey between Bacardi and Malort, and you have to get your passport stamped, because that's an ordeal.
Oh,
my passport's worn out.
And you need a visa. If you're going to go on that trip... Fuck, planes, trains, and automobiles, motherfucker. That's like...
It's more throw mama from the train, actually.
No. Throw the contents of my stomach into a toilet. It's disgusting.
Did you ever see the Saturday Night Live skit with...
I love Malort. I'm putting that on the world.
Christopher Walken, when he was visited by the Census Bureau guy to fill out his thing, and I gotta dig that up for you.
I love Chris.
Yeah.
I want to be friends with Chris so fucking bad.
I want to get him down so good, and it's so hard to get down.
To do it I do it a lot better when my voice
like an impression.
Yeah.
Like what? Like to the Mai Kai? Like
no.
Have a dance off?
I would send you.
I want a pants off dance off.
Send him an invitation to the open.
Today, I'm a hippopotamus. So great. You've heard all the stories, right? The Chris Walken Hollywood stories.
What does that mean?
Today, I'm a hippopotamus. Stew. Have you heard the stew story? I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah, we'll tell it afterwards. That one's been on the air at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know it, but I can't wait.
Did you?
What's your
heard
best
the Foo
walking?
Fighter story?
What's your best walking? Can you do a walking?
Oh, I can't. I know. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
I can do a better Donald Duck than I can do a Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't even deserve like. You sound like an idiot.
Wow.
It's not going to be good.
That sounded more like Dan Quayle than Christopher Walken.
Potato. Do you remember when people said potato and they
is
got thrown under the bus, and that was the worst you could do?
The worst you could do
is political.
Yeah. Spell potato wrong. That was
Oh,
political suicide.
He's not fit for office. He can't spell potato.
Yeah.
You say potato, and I say potato.
Potato.
You have to
Potato.
say it differently.
Potato.
It's
That's
potato,
the funniest
potato.
fucking part.
It's how it's spelled. It's the yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So I like okay. So we've had our second daiquiri for the night.
Are we doing another
And
one?
our like 5th rum. I think we tried 5 rums tonight, including the ones in the daiquiris.
Not enough.
But not for the episode. It was 3 for the episode.
Yeah, so what do we have? I mean, we have a pretty good alcoholic supply.
Yeah. We don't have a lot left in the episode either. So
No.
Oh.
I don't know.
Perfect.
What do you want?
I don't know what this means, man.
Hit pause and we'll figure it out.
Oh.
I mean,
Well, hey, you know what? But we don't have to be recording to keep drinking.
It's also a true story.
it's a true story.
Let's
But I have to keep drinking to
Be funny.
be funny.
Let's wrap up the episode.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Last week, the part 1 went really long, so we'll wrap this up a little early.
Was this a good one?
This is pretty good.
I enjoyed it. We got to hear the story about you knowing a famous person that you didn't know that you knew.
One that you complained that everybody else knew.
I mean, I have a couple funny stories like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell them when we finish up. Let's wrap up because it's getting late. So, and I just want to drink and not hold this fucking microphone.
I want to go back out on the balcony.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
To the boat.
First off, thank you, one, for being on. Thanks for the tour, Mai Kai, today.
Yes.
Thanks for
We
hosting
didn't talk
us.
a lot about Mai Kai either.
Yeah, but we'll talk more.
Well, last week we did.
We didn't
Sure.
talk. Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Last episode we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. There's some really cool things. Everybody, please come down.
And we're going to try and come down when you guys do your soft opening and do an episode from the Mai Kai for the soft opening if we can.
That'd be fun.
I like it.
Okay. So Mai Kai, there's a website for Mai Kai, like maikai.com or some shit.
Yeah, Instagram.
Or some shit.
Maikai.
Yeah.
Not Maitai. That's a
Mai Kai. Yeah, it's with a K. And then, of course, Typhoon Tommy.
Yes.
Plug your, tell them your
My
Insta.
My.
Tell them your Insta.
Typhoon Tommy on Insta, and my beautiful wife, Miss Vivian Tempest, who we didn't talk about her jazz. Singing.
That's okay.
Wait, what?
Tell the jazz thing real fast.
Do it.
What jazz thing?
Do it.
Your jazz thing.
I sing jazz with a band. I mean, that's
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
When
cool
did this
as hell.
happen?
We gotta do. We gotta go to one of your shows.
No, it's fun. So when Tom started coming down for Mai Kai and not living at home anymore, basically, I don't have as much opportunity because I've done musical theater for like years and years and years. And I really don't have the time. Like there's an 11-year-old kid that I'm responsible for and all this stuff. So I was coming out of rehearsal and we were hanging out. There's a place in Cocoa Village called Village Idiot. And it's like, it doesn't brew its own beer, but it's like a craft beer spot kind of place. And we had run into Shannon Cherry, who he plays there with his band like once a month. And we started talking. And he's like, yeah, you know, that sounds really cool. We're always looking for more female vocalists. And I've been singing with them for over a year now.
Nice.
So usually
That's
about once a
fantastic.
month or so. And then I sang with a different band at Tiki A Go-Go last April. But I think that this year coming up, it's going to be Shannon's band. And so we've got it all 12-piece big band. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be singing again.
Nice.
So it's been fun. It's my creative outlet.
Next time you gig, let us know so we'll come to the show.
Also,
2 weeks.
Tiki A Go-Go.
Yep. Yeah.
But hold on. Well,
yeah. Do you have a signature song? A bunch of songs. Like, what's your go-to?
That's tough. Yeah, I do like "Why Don't You Do Right," which is the song that Jessica Rabbit sings in Roger Rabbit. I love that song. Peggy Lee did a version of it. It's fantastic. With the band, I do a lot of LaVey Smith and the Red Hot Skillet Lickers because he has all of those charts, and it's fun, kind of bluesy stuff. It's kind of all over the place. Yeah. Sinatra standards, like it's fun, and we'll be at Village Idiot in 2 weeks.
This episode will be
the
Friday after next, so that's really close.
Oh yeah. So the Friday after next, that would be like the day before.
So you're going to be at the Village Idiot on the 24th.
Yep.
Okay,
at
which
8
is
o'clock.
That'll be tomorrow night.
Tomorrow. Yeah, so tomorrow night, August 24th, 2024.
And I'll be there too. Are you guys coming?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, because Monday I head to LA. So.
Oh, fun.
So we'll remind us and everything else. We'll try and make it. Because that's not down here. That's up in Port Orange area.
Well, that's Merritt Island, kind of area. Cocoa
Village.
Yeah, Cocoa Village. So it's right there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Can I bring
fun.
Sandy?
Totally.
No, she's not allowed at that bar.
Well, also she's not much for live music.
It is loud. I mean, it's loud.
It's not like a live rock band. It's a live jazz band.
No, I get it. She's not a live music. I'm going to invite her and try and convince her to go.
Fucking humans and instruments
hey, Sandy.
and singing.
Fucking come. The fuck.
Okay. So anyway, so that's coming up for tomorrow night then.
Yep.
Hope to see some of the rum and nerdy folks out there.
Cool. That'd be
Don't
fun.
forget your coin. Because we'll be doing coin challenges.
An official rum and nerdy coin check event.
Yeah. Okay, and now that that's done, and you did your plugged your Insta.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Vivian.
Oh yeah, I'm at Miss Vivian Tempest on Instagram.
Great. For us, you can check us out at our website, rumandnerdy.com. That's A-N-D nerdy.
Social media is also at rum and nerdy.
You can email us at show@rumandnerdy.com, and we do love to hear from you. And we still got to go back because that composer guy reached out to us, and we haven't reached back out to him.
We need
because we want to have him on. He sent us a whole bunch of stuff. He heard us talking about a show that we're going to do, and he wants to do some soundtrack stuff for it. So he sent us like these samples of work he did. Is really bad.
He's got some good stuff in there. Yeah.
Like what kind of stuff?
Just like soundtrack stuff. He's a soundtrack composer for.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked at his IMDb. Like, didn't he
He's got some good credits, like Indiana Jones and Star Wars, and
yeah, he did
he's
some
done
stuff as some assistant. I think he did. I don't know if it was original stuff or whatever, but I don't know if he was in kind of first chair. But he worked on some really cool shit.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So we want to interview him.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you mentioned Tiki A Go-Go?
So Tiki A Go-Go is had its inaugural year last April in Orlando. It was a awesome tiki event that good friends of ours put on, and it was actually like wildly successful. Like you'd go to a first year event and kind of let's see what they do. They nailed it.
Nice.
It was great.
Yeah.
So last year they had me as MC, but they had Carrie as the lead singer in the jazz band. My dad and I did a whole thing on Harper Goff and 20,000 Leagues.
I remember seeing the post on that one.
Can Rum and Nerdy host a panel or something?
Oh, 1,000%.
Yay!
That'd be a really fun one. Yeah, we can put that one together. That'd be really. I mean, you've met Jose and Jenna.
Oh yeah.
And Jason and Mary, who also are part of that whole thing. Like, so Jose and Jenna and Jason and Mary put on that whole event.
I've got like the perfect panel for us.
What?
Talk nerdy to me, right?
I love it.
Talk nerdy to me, and the whole point of the panel is the emergence of nerdy being cool in pop culture.
Yeah,
because that ties into
that sounds very tiki centric to me.
Yeah,
I mean, we're all awesome nerds, We're all nerds for like what we love and what we do.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like being smart and educated about topics and really being able to dive into it and immerse yourself in it. Yeah. That's what we all do. So I think
it might be like a fun live podcast. Like where you bring
on stage
different people up. You bring different people up and like you interview them.
Yeah.
like that would be a really fun, like, hey, we're live, and like, you know, somebody comes up and then like, all right, thank you, and then like the next person, like, do it like a whole talk show, but do it live.
And we could video that.
We could.
Yeah.
That'd
anyway,
be a really fun
we'll
one.
talk about that more later.
Hey, coming to you next April.
Yeah, we can.
And then the best part about that is, you know, my wife and I do a thing called Magical Tiki Meetup, and we are the Sunday event of Tiki A Go Go.
Oh.
So like we're tacked on to the end of the whole event is our Magical Tiki Meetup.
And you have is there another social media page for that?
So
too?
we have Magical
Yeah.
Tiki Meetup on Instagram.com, which is how Carrie and I met.
Oh.
I do knew that.
She came up with this whole idea herself, and it was magical, and it was a good tiki meetup.
And then you got hitched.
And then we got married. And then we got married at the Mai Kai.
Yeah.
And then you moved to different cities.
Well, we spent 9 months together.
And then
we moved to different cities.
There you go.
Technically, Tom moved to the Mai Kai, so.
Yeah. But I live in a mansion on the river. Doesn't suck.
No. There's,
but I miss my wife a
There's
lot.
way worse
she
places
came
you
down.
could be at.
She came down for the weekend.
She's here. And so did you guys. Thank you. All right. Love you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. We did all the plugs, so
Stay nerdy, my friends.
I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. Used to eat Chinese on the late nights. Had to land with a hater who would throw shade wife. Box like an ocean, I ain't think twice. Turned into Larry Bird, homie, that's a great white. Spell victory on the lips, then she get dismissed. When you kiss, tell me what it tastes like. If she ain't thick, then you know the face nice. If it got a switch, then the cake's baked right. Back at HU, used to hit Ho Chi, laid up in Cook Hall, couldn't get no sleep. Mambo sauce, fried rice, 4 wings. Gotta step around a dope fiend when I leave. Y'all know me, high be smoke free, but I'm higher than the kite that you let go free. Train wreck, peer pressure by the homies. Now I'm sitting in the coop looking like Smokey. Acting like I'm finna OD. Brody like chill. You good for real. Just a little weed, you ain't take no pills. All you probably need is a late night meal. Tried to explain I'm a drinker, he cut me off. Told me ride with him in the drop. We gon' pick it up, but I'm putting in the order now. What you want from the Chinese spot?
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
And then.
No! No, and then!
And then.
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 No, no, and then!
And then.
Then you're really starting to piss me off, lady.
And then.
And then, I'm gonna come in there, and I'm gonna put my foot in your ass if you say and then again!
And then.